Myers Metal Detectors, located in sunny Tampa, Florida, where we sell nothing but fun and adventures, treasure hunting gear, and anything you can imagine for metal detecting. Give us a call, 813-237-1939. Happy hunting and dig deeper.
Live from sunny Florida, it's Treasure Talk.
Welcome,
There
folks.
you are.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Treasure Talk. And we've got some excellent guests tonight, don't we, Jeff?
Oh, we do. I hope your internet holds out. It used to be me, but now it's you.
Now it's me. During the pre-show, it shut off. But I'm hoping, Jeff, I rebooted the router. I'm hoping that the gremlins won't be here. So,
Have you got storms down there? We had storms all afternoon here.
you know, we didn't have them yet. I think they are on their way here, but it's been like 86 degrees. It's been warm. So
Yeah, it's been 80, 81, 82 here. It's been nice. We needed the rain.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Get things turning green again. But
Yeah.
you know, it's getting hot already. Soon it'll be beach time for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it because I'm coming down there.
Yes, you are. And I know
in the end of May, I'll be in Naples. And then from the 27th to the 31st of May, I will be in Treasure Island.
nice. And what a place to hunt too. And I know
Yeah.
you'll have your Deus detector too, won't you?
I will. I will have all three of them with me.
Yeah, there you go. You have one set up for each coil, right?
Yeah, I got two of them with 11-inch coils. I've got one with a stork leg.
Yeah, that's
and then
easy.
one on my carbon fiber shaft that Steve's detector rods made me, especially for the Deus.
Yeah, awesome.
And then I've just got the small coil.
Yeah, the 9-inch coil.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, that's the magic size for sure. So, we got all the Deus products on special. So if you're looking for Deus products, just make sure you give me a call tomorrow. I'll be in here in the shop all day. You can see I've got it there in the back, and we even got the Deus gold pan kit. I know here in Florida we don't gold pan, but there it is. You can see it, the Deus gold pan kit. That's kind of a cool. It's blue, so it's gold will show up real well on that blue.
Well, when the people go down the Peace River looking for fossils and other things, I imagine there's gold down there too. They can find it.
I don't know if maybe somebody can tell me that. I don't think there's much gold in Florida. You got to go up to where you're at, up in Georgia or North Carolina, probably for our closest gold, or maybe Alabama. But I know gold now, I'd rather find it in the ring form because gold is, I think it was over $3,100 an ounce. So I imagine everybody's going to be wanting to find some gold jewelry, gold anything.
Yeah, and well, you know what, Phil? The questions are coming in and just exactly what we thought. So we probably better do our housekeeping so we can get on with it.
Yeah, I was blabbing too much. Okay, folks, as always, today's show is brought to you by your friends at Myers Metal Detectors, where we sell fun and adventure. And of course, the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed here by the Treasure Talk guest and member belong solely to the guest and member, not necessarily to Phil Myers, Jocelyn Myers, Myers Metal Detectors, or Jeff Bonin. And of course, the purpose of Treasure Talk is to promote the hobby of metal detecting and treasure hunting in all forms, and to educate our members in a fun, informative manner. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And I see CZ Diggers asking, do I have a pre-buy list at Myers for the new XP coil? Just call me. I'll put you on the list. I'm not taking any money because you know how those things go. These companies now, they want to make sure their product is perfect. And I never take money because I don't want somebody to be upset with me if it takes, a month or two to get the product. So let's just call me and I'll put you on the list. And when they come in, I'll call you for sure. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yep.
All righty. And so we're going to bring on our guest, Jeff, or we got some other?
Yeah, we will. I just want to mention real quick, Derek Sherwin from the UK just put in the chat that he is on by himself tonight, that Angie has had some stomach problems, I think with her gallbladder. Ooh. And she is in the hospital at this time. So everybody just give a quick prayer out for Angie, because they are going to be part of our Treasure Talk Digging report after she gets back to health. So let's everybody say a quick prayer for Angie in the UK to feel better soon.
You got that?
All righty. And I had a question from James Habovic. And how often should you do a factory reset on your machine? Well, we heard from the young lady, I guess last week. She resets it whenever it starts acting up.
Yeah.
But I rarely reset mine. We can ask Phillipe and Merrill if they do factory resets on their detector, but I rarely do mine. Maybe I should do it. But we'll ask them what with the Deus, how that.
I noise cancel all the time, but
yeah,
let's get these guys on and let them do the talking
for sure, because I know we're going to have loads of questions for them.
Yes, we do, and they're going to be about the HF coil and the Extreme Hunter and various other things. So let's bring them on right now from France, Phillipe Colin from XP Deus in France, and the wonderful, the most popular Merrill from New York City, and he's the ambassador, American ambassador for XP Deus, and they couldn't have done any better. So let's bring these guys on and let them answer your questions.
Absolutely.
Hey, Phillipe.
Welcome.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Merrill.
Hey,
Merrill,
Jeff.
welcome.
Hey, Phil.
So,
Hi, Merrill.
well, let's do that question real quick, because that's an interesting question about the factory reset. How often should you do that, or do you ever have to worry about doing that with an XP?
It's an interesting question, because normally the user don't know that if they just turn off the machine,
right,
with an XP machine, they just reset it to the factory settings automatically and just turn it on, and it will be reset.
unless you save it as a program.
Yeah.
Right.
So there is nothing to do. Just turn it off when you stop to use it, and when you turn it on, it will be reset. And if you want to come back with everything reset, I mean even your program, because you want them to disappear or whatever, just update to the same firmware version you have, and it will be reset also, totally reset. So there is nothing to do with XP. Machine will automatically do it for you.
Awesome.
And one thing to clear up right away is you can't mess it up. If you make a mess of it and you think you screwed it up, you haven't. Shut the machine off. It goes back to the factory settings, and then you can start again. And even if you saved a program, you can always go in and delete that program or change it. So you can't mess it up.
Exactly.
Play around with it.
Yeah, that's what Metal Detecting Northwestern Wisconsin said. I never reset my DAS2, just use it, put it away. I'm starting the 4th season with mine. So
yeah, you just reset it. Metal Detecting Northwestern Wisconsin, just reset it at each time you use it. That's it.
Awesome. So before we got started here, we were talking about an XP user with the Extreme Hunter found an airplane. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, maybe one of you can share the link I share privately previously to you guys. There is
see.
We have it on the private chat. We now it's public. Andy, fantastic Extreme user in UK, found a aircraft engine with the Extreme Hunter. This engine was lost during the Second World War in England. It's a B-17 engine, and the pilot was American. Everything was lost during more than 8 years, and this user recover everything. Everything was lost something like 4 meters deep, because when the aircraft crashed to the ground, the engine was buried and lost, of course, in the countryside. And Seb from Recton is our UK distributor. Seb and Andy recovered with the archaeologists. They recovered the engine and a lot of things about this aircraft. And finally, 8 years after, they had the opportunity to bring back all souvenir from the pilot to the American family. So regarding the actual news we have between Europe and America, I would want to share this story, which is fantastic story. We will never forget what America did for Europe, and I think that USA will never forget that the route from America come also from Indian, but also from Europe. So
yeah, that is true.
We are linked forever.
That's exactly right. That's a very good way of putting it, Phillipe. The United States and Europe are linked in many, many ways forever. And that's a good thing.
Yes,
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and so they found the engine, and how deep was it? Do you know?
Something like 4 meters. You have all Kima on the link. In the entire article, everything is explained.
I tried to share it. It's in the private chat link. I tried to put it into the public chat.
I did. I got it in
there.
Jeff got it.
Yeah, Jeff did it. Thank you, Jeff. And I really encourage everybody to click on the link after the discussion, or even during the discussion, and to discover this story. It's fantastic. That's the first big story about the Extreme Hunter. I mean, public. And the user shared with me that he has new story to share very soon. He made a new find, fantastic find with the Extreme. So he will share new stories very, very soon.
Well, I imagine over there in the areas where the war actually was fought, the Extreme Hunter would be an absolute gold mine finder. I mean, I haven't used it. Have you used it, Phil?
No, I haven't. I do have it in here in the shop. And for the folks who don't know what the Extreme Hunter is, it is the 2-box system for the Deus 2. You just put your module on it, and that would what it would be called, Merrill, a 2-box detector, super deep for finding caches and very
sure.
Yeah. About the people who already know what is a 2-box, this 2-box is more interesting than the previous machine in the market, because that's the first stable 2-box. The previous machine were unstable, and because we used the FMF technology, we reached to make it stable, which is a fantastic innovation. And the second big step is also that we have discrimination possibility with the Extreme Hunter. So if it's a moderate size ferrous on shallow, you will be able to recognize the ferrous and then do not dig it out if you don't want. So if it's not what you are looking for, so it's more than the previous 2-box machine, where it's a really Extreme Hunter machine. And just to remind to the people who don't know what is a 2-box, so it's a accessory coil for the Deus 2. So you will, if you have the Deus 2, you can just buy the Extreme Hunter coil, and with this you will pair it to your remote with your headphones, and you will walk on the field and try to find big find underground, something like maybe 50-60 centimeters, sorry, an inch, 20-30 inch up to 17 feet, depending the size of the target, of course. If you want to dig out something like 4 meters deep, so something like 15 feet deep, it has to be something like 3-4 meters, a tank, gas tank, or maybe a car, something like that, aircraft engine, this kind of fine.
And over
big things.
here in Florida, could be a treasure chest.
Yeah, and for treasure chest, I've got a very, very good news about the Extreme Hunter, is that if you have a chest, something like this big, something like maybe 1 feet or 2 feet big, if it's 1 meter or 1 meter 20, oh sorry, in feet, once again, 4 feet, maybe 5 feet deep, if there is a lot of ferrous, small ferrous, nails, caps, this kind of things, ferrous on shallow, with a normal detector, you will not be able to recover anything, because your normal detector will see the ferrous and will keep quiet or just sound loady, bass. But with the Extreme Hunter, it will not see this kind of pollution. It will not see the nails. It will not see the caps at all. Okay, it is not made for that, so he has to forget them. Okay, he will not get them, and because of that, because he will not be disturbed by the pollution on the shallow, he will see the chest underground. And then with your normal detector, maybe will keep quiet, or you will not see anything else than the ferrous, but the Extreme Hunter will, which is the interesting thing. And if you want to be sure that something not very deep, something like maybe, as I said, 3 feet, but you want to be sure it's not ferrous, you just activate the discrimination and go above the target once again. And regarding the sound, you will know that it's ferrous or not, and then you will decide to dig out or not. Okay. In Middle East, we are selling a lot now. Really, it's a fantastic success now in Middle East, in China also. So now we are selling some in US, but it's still, I would say, confidential. It's available if you have a Deus 2, if you're a group of user, maybe you can buy it at 3-4 people and share it. You don't need it during every session. You just maybe need it for some specific session, so you can maybe buy one for a club of detectorists, something like that. And it could be a fantastic tool for some specific conditions or specific targets.
Yes, it will. We have a question from Mikey I, and they want to know, and we knew this was coming, so we need to get this one out of the way. When will the elliptical HF coil be released?
I would want to know.
When it's done.
Yeah, it's almost done. It will come now very, very soon. In America, it's still the 31st of March. In France, it's 1 hour 23 past 1 a.m. So we are in the 1st of April already. And I would have loved to make a joke saying, "Oh, it will never been released." No, I will not do that. I will not do that.
That might be hazardous to your health.
This coil will arrive soon now, and not soon for manufacturers, so not soon in 6 months. It will arrive soon now. Should be in April normally. I will have very good news I hope good news. I will have news from our production manager in 1 week, and after that, I will be able to decide about the date of release. The product is not 100% finished. That's why it's not available still not available. But we are very, very, very close to finish the product and then to release the product. The video is ready. All the marketing is ready. Now we need to just fix the last thing, and then we will send the calls to the distributors, just to let the people understand. We will produce some quantity. We will ship all over the world, small quantities, and day after day you will have availability and then shortage, because we are not able to produce enough just at the start. We have sold thousands and thousands of Deus 2 since the beginning of the Deus 2, since the release of the Deus 2. And we know that there is a certain percentage of users wanting this coil, this HF coil. I use it for months, and to be honest, it's a fantastic tool. So I know that it will have a huge success on the market. But even if we know that, we need to still produce all the other product. So we will produce small quantities and share to the different countries the full production that we can produce. And so you will have availability in US, and then shortage, and then availability, if you know what I mean. Day to day, you will have more and more availability, and you will be able to, Phil will be able to sell, and all the other dealers in USA, of course.
You had a lot of good reactions from your testers. And I'm assuming you've got somebody, Merrill, are you testing it out here in the US?
Yes.
Lucky guy.
So
expand on it a little bit. Give these people a little, toss them a bone.
Well, I think one thing that has always happened with XP is the release happens when it is ready, and there's, it's the right thing to do to, be prudent and to wait. I've loved what I've seen. I will for sure say that I've enjoyed taking it to the park. I'll just leave it at, I think it's lighting stuff up that I was not even aware was there. And I'll just leave it at that. But more news coming very soon.
Now, do you think, this may be a completely bizarre question, but do you think with the HF coil for the Deus 2 being the Deus 2, in my mind, is more powerful than the Deus, because I had Deus as well, and the HF coils on the Deus were magnificent. So I'm looking for this coil just to be absolute a game changer.
I think that is always what Alain, Phillipe, XP is going for. And game-changing products that always raise the bar. That's one of the reasons I'm so proud to be a part of XP. Very progressive as a company, very different from the formula to the detecting. Very different. And I know it doesn't get released until everything is ironed out and right. But it's going to be a product that we're proud of.
Well, that's the smart move. So we got a question from Dig and Daryl. Is the battery in the coil or the shaft on the HF coil?
I can answer this question. The battery will be on the shaft, but not with the same system than the first HF coil. It will be something improved.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
So I guess we got another question from John Smaldridge. So what type of hunting will the new coil excel at? There you go.
For the US market will be the parks, the beaches, and the battlefield, I guess, or something like also ancient village. When there is a lot of pollution, or this machine will be very stable on wet continental ground also. So yeah,
and highly mineralized soil, like in
also, but not only because of his shape, the HF coil will excel on parks, and of course because of its high frequency, will excel on parks, but also on beaches for the chains, for example, this kind of thing. So it will be a fantastic tool. And as you said, Myers, or not Myers, but the customer, it will excel on some specific condition. And like always on detection, I mean, in this industry for this kind of product, it's always a question of compromise. So if you have small coil, if you have high frequency, normally you cannot go very, very deep. But because we will implement some specific technology inside, you will see that this coil will also go deep. Not that deep that the 11-inch, for example, but will go deeper than the previous HF. Will also be more stable than the previous HF, which was mono frequency only. This one will have the both mono and multi, of course, and you will enjoy this coil on different kind of condition. It will be a coil for some specific condition. Could be also a standard coil, but if you use it as a standard coil, you have to accept the compromise you have to make because of its size and shape.
Okay, we got like a two-pronged question here. And the first part of the question will be back with the coil. The first part of the question is, how is it dive rated for maximum depth? And the second part of the question is from Musa, New York, actually. Any plans for a new detector? So let's finish up with the HF coil and we'll go on to the new detector.
Yeah, and I have another question for the HF coil too. So you go ahead first, guys.
Maybe Merrill can answer the first question.
Well, the maximum dive depth.
Yeah, I can answer. I didn't get the question, but I can answer about the information. We hope that it will be 20 meters like the other coil, but we still have to make some tests, to be honest. So maybe we will warranty something less deeper, if you know what I mean. I don't know how to say in English. Maybe not 20 meters, maybe 10, something like that. But we need to make some tests to be sure. Normally it should be 20 meters, but I cannot really guarantee the 20 meters today. Of course, for the day of release, we will know.
Okay. And then the other part of the question I had was, since it is a high frequency coil, does that mean that it would probably stand out for finding smaller gold nuggets and for use in gold country?
Yeah, we hope so. We have some tests about that, and we already get better result than with the previous call for that.
Okay. So then, and also beach hunters will like it for finding thin gold chains and gold charms and etc.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Plus, how about the weight of the coil? Lighter than the 9-inch coil? Or the same?
Very similar. Very similar. I don't want to say bullshit, so I will not say yes or no. I'm not exactly sure. Let me think about. No, I don't want to. I don't want to say bullshit, so I will not answer exactly. But the shaft is specific, but there is a specific battery. The coil is smaller and thinner, so should be lighter, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Remember, if you say something and you're wrong, you could just say, "Hey, April Fools, everybody."
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
You're right,
It's It's going to be like the 9x5 elliptical.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. 9x5. The same shape than the previous one. Just
Okay.
Inside is totally different, but the shape is exactly the same.
You got that question, Phil?
Yeah, see from Digging Daryl, he's saying, will there be an update on the Deus 2 when we get the new high frequency coil?
Yeah,
And,
definitely yes.
Okay, and the other question is, how do you say, Philippe, since you're from France, how do you say Deus? Are we saying
do you
right?
mean if I need to pronounce it like in French?
Yeah, say in French.
Deus.
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 Deus. Deus.
Okay,
yes.
that way I can.
Yeah, and it's not French; it's Latin, Roman language.
The
Yeah,
Lord.
so it's like God then, right?
It's kind of like Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Amadeus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Deus means God in
God
Roman. Yeah.
Roman. Okay. All right, cool. Well, and then someone was asking the dimensions, but we already said that. That was
9x5.
9x5.
Yeah, and sorry for the weight. I forgot, but when I detect with it, yeah, it's very similar than the 9-inch. Very similar.
Yeah, which is really light anyway. You can't get much lighter. That's one of the lightest detectors on the market, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, Merrill, I mean, I know you had on the Deus, both HF coils, and you tested out the new HF coil for the Deus 2. So you can speak from experience. It's about the same thing, isn't it? It just upgraded for the Deus 2.
It feels really good. It feels really light, and I think that people are going to love it. Something lighter, like you said, it's very tough to feel something that's lighter than the 9-inch coil. That's like swinging nothing, and it feels really good. It feels
Yeah,
good.
and the thing of it is, the Deus, it's rugged too. It feels solid. That all the Deus coils, one thing I have noticed about them, and I've had all of them, every one of them, except for the new HF coil, that they're all really solid. Like the 90s coil, it's small, but it's solid. You don't feel like you've got a toy on the end of the shaft. You've got a coil, and those
I was
HF
impressed
coils
with
are
your
just
collection.
amazing.
I remember last live stream before we went on, you showed us the 3 Deuses that you have in your inventory.
Yeah, those are all Deus 2s.
Yep.
And I switched from Deus to Deus 2. So
Yep.
I'm ready.
Now, Merle, have you used that one on the beaches there in New York?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
And you were out there hunting. Did anybody come up and try to ask you about it?
It's still really cold here in New York, so nobody has seen it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a little chilly up there, isn't it, Merrill?
Yeah, it's still cold. New York just decides last minute. It's like, all right, now it's time to get warm. I know when my dogs start shedding that it's about to get hot. That hasn't happened yet.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
And Mikey, who I know him personally, he's a heck of a relic hunter. He's asking, how do you say Merle? It's Merle, right?
Merrill, yeah,
Merle.
Merrill.
Okay. And then the other question we had, it disappeared real quick, was, is it the same charger on that coil, the 9-inch coil you're going to use on the new coil?
No, it will be a new one.
A new charger. Okay.
Yeah, new charger, very convenient.
Yeah, and the same gentleman's asked, Digging Buddy, will we ever get USB-C charging? I'm not familiar.
No, it won't be USB-C for the coil. It's not possible for the coil. It will be something new. Everybody will love it. It's very, very convenient. Be sure.
Okay, awesome.
Now this question takes us into another thing altogether. I don't know where it went.
I see it, Jeff. There it is.
Okay, well, let's put it back up there.
There you go.
Because this go terrain, that's a feature on the Deus too. I know Merrill, you've used it extensively. That is something else altogether. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, what I want to say about GoTerra is that this application now is free. In the standard version, you can download it and use it for free. And if you have an Orex, if you have a Deus, or if you have a Deus 2, you can connect directly. You can pair your phone and your remote control, and you will automatically send all your finds to the application. So now it's easy to use. It's for free. You only have to pay, if I'm right, in US it's $10 now for a year. Just if you want to have the premium version, which will allow you to take your data off the application to your download the data to your computer, and if you want to detect in a group with other friends on the same field or even not on the same field, and if you want to share the path to your friends, if you want to share the finds to your friends, that's the premium version. Else you can use the standard version for free now. So just go to Google or Android platform, Google platform or Apple platform, and download it now. It's for free, guys, and enjoy.
My favorite thing about it is being able to go back to the sites that you have hunted, and you get detailed data on where you find stuff. And a lot of times, I mean, you know how it is, whether it's the earthworms pushing up the old coins, which doesn't, of course, happen. But for whatever reason, it seems like once there's good ground, you go back to that ground a few months, a year, 2 years later, you still can pull something out over there. And I love having that data handy for me to go back. Also, for me to see which areas that I have not really spent as much time in. So it's very much a data app, and it makes the Deus ORX data devices. I also think it's really cool that years after Deus 1 came out, it's still evolving, and that speaks to the care and the evolution that happens. I mean, it's still very much full of surprises.
Yeah, it is. That's just an absolute killer edition. Like you say, Phillipe, it's free to download it, and then you can, it's just like any other app. It costs you a little bit of money, but it's well worth it, because one find will just, like Merrill says, you go back and maybe you're on a different track, and you miss something by 4 or 5 inches. If you go back and you can kind of split your lines, your path, and completely cover.
Yes.
So,
that's one of the goal of this application. And if you are an archaeologist, or if you co-work with some archaeologists, you can also define some zone where you will go to detect and try to pass above all the field, all the zone, and be sure that you cover all the whole zone, and then you will have all the finds. You will have some hot zone where you find more stuff than in the other, and in the end you will know that you had activities, life, maybe a battle in this zone compared to the other zone. So for the archaeologists, it's a fantastic tool to identify history zones.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Hey, Richard Van Valkenburg is asking, Phillipe, what is your favorite find over there? What is your favorite find metal detecting?
Maybe this ring.
How old is it?
4th century.
4th century. Sweet.
And now, too bad we don't have anything like that over here.
And I will say something different. Everybody can read it. My name is Phillipe. Last year, I was invited with some archaeologists in Greece, and we co-work on a specific project with archaeologists in Greece, and I was on a city called Phillipe. Phillipe means that was the city of Philip, the Macedonian, the second, and he was the father of Alexander the Great. So it's minus 300 and something, so more than 2,400 years. And I found a coin. On the first day, I found a coin of Alexander the Great. So a coin more than 2,300 years, and now this coin is on a museum.
Oh, it's cool.
Wow.
Very awesome.
What was it made out of?
This coin was in bronze, and we found many coins on silver and gold about Roman battle in this area. Everything was given to the museum. It was a specific archaeological project, and it was an awesome project.
Oh,
In UK, I had also other story. Some people know our new ambassador from UK, Michael Ickes. Michael is presenting Go Terrain. He will come to our YouTube channel very soon with other videos. And we had a specific hunt with this guy in UK during last summer, and it was raining a lot. During something like 4 hours, we were hunting under the rain. We had a specific target. We were on a park. Trying to find a wedding ring lost by during a wedding, of course, a wedding party. And unfortunately, we didn't find a wedding ring, but at once we found another wedding ring, and we were thinking that it was the right one. So we had a very, very big hug together, because we were hunting during 4 hours under the big rain. We were wet, like we just go outside from the sea, and we were tired, but we were so happy to have found a ring that, yeah, it was a fantastic found. And yeah, it's maybe a bit strange to talk about this story, but this ring was also fantastic. And yeah, I've got plenty of story like that, but in different countries. In France, we cannot detect that a lot. It's complicated in France.
Well, we are doing a giveaway tonight. As you see, I'll pop it up here again. We're going to do a 2-part giveaway. It's good for the one winner. There's going to be a Myers swag pack. Isn't that right, Phil?
yeah, absolutely.
With the coveted towel, worldwide coveted towel, will be included with a T-shirt and maybe a Zazich, which Vincent Van Vizzy will stick in there on Saturday. And Merrill is going to toss in some XP Deus swag. You'll get a nice XP Deus T-shirt and a hat, correct, Merrill?
Correct.
So that is a pretty nice, pretty nice thing. So this is how you enter. Put it exactly like I have it to be entered for the giveaway. Any variation on it, it won't read it. So put it exactly as I have it, and we'll get this out of the way. Then we'll continue with the questions. So let's.
Yeah, I got one here that Jocelyn just told me about it, and
Okay.
it's from Diggin', but he said, hey, those XP panel pocket knives are really cool. Are they still available anywhere? I don't know what he's talking about. So
I have never seen that.
You guys know what he's talking about?
I think I saw one when I was in France. I'll let Philippe answer this one.
Which one? Sorry.
The knife, the XP knife.
Yeah, we are still we have still some knife in our distributor stock store. Sorry, so the dealers can still buy the knife and resell them, no problem at all.
Is it still here in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Okay. And what type of knife is it? Is it a digging knife or is it a pocket knife?
No, it's a pocket knife from Opinel, French brand.
Oh, okay. All right. Interesting.
Okay. Let's do this giveaway, shall we? You ready?
Yeah, let's do it, Jeff.
They're black. The knives.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, round and round and round it goes. So we have Phillipe Faircloth. He has won. So Phillipe, name, address, and phone number. 2, let me get rid of this. Let me put it up there. Name, address, and phone number to treasuretalkshow@gmail.com. I will get that to Phil and Vincent Van Vizzy and to Merrill, and we'll get your prize out to you. So congratulations. Okay, Phillipe, take it away.
Yeah, and I saw there was another question on here, and and it says I see 7, 8, 9 on all programs except sensitive full tones when targets are mixed with iron. Merrill, how can I avoid this on the other programs when relic cutting?
There was a big thing a few months ago about that. I've never really experienced that. What I do, I've been digging less iron than I ever have before in my life. I just do the simple turn, which is really old school metal detecting. I mean, you could adjust the reactivity, of course, but when you get to know the sounds of the machine, I don't know. I'm not really looking at the numbers also. I'm wearing my glasses now when I detect a little bit less, and it's become less important to me because it's the sounds. I've been using the Deus like exclusively, and I'm really locked in with it. And you know, I know when I get a repeat, and I just dig. The 789, I don't honestly see.
Well, it could be has inadvertently notched out on that particular program or something, So
if I recall, it was something with square nails and testing and stuff, but it's just something that's not in the field. Something that I've never really experienced in the field. I dig a lot of old sites and iron sites, not so much. That's not something that I see.
Yeah, and I see Ricky T is asking how much is the retail on the pocket knives. I love pocket knives. Everybody likes pocket knives, so I'm going to have to get to the distributor and see what that is, and if it's so good, I'm going to have to bring some in the store for sure. So we'll find out, Rick.
That's right. In the South, Phil, you're not a Southern boy unless you got a pocket knife.
I got some type of sharp. Look, today I got 2 box cutters.
Yeah, well, thank goodness it's not a switchblade. That's all I have.
So we always have knives in our pockets for sure. So I'm going to find out what I'm missing out on.
Okay, we missed the part of the one question we had about what's coming new from XP Deus.
They won't tell us anything, Jeff.
What do you mean about Deus? Deus 1?
No. Any new detectors coming out?
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course, we will not stop. We will come with new detectors in the coming years. Normally this year we will have at least 1, maybe 2. So yeah, we are still working hard in innovation, in technical innovation, and we want to come to the market with new concepts, new things. So yeah, of course we will. I will not tell you exactly what or when, because first of all, I don't know all the details. I'm not on R&D, even if I'm on contact with them. And and not when, because we are still working. We don't have any finished product except the HF core with not ready, but almost ready. The other products are still on progress. Okay, if I can tell like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I think probably the best answer to the question would be you're working on new detectors. We just don't know when they're coming out yet. Everything depends on a lot of different stuff. So
Yeah,
the answer to
yeah,
that question is
definitely.
XP is working on new detectors.
And something very important is that Alain, our CEO, our founder, he doesn't want to come to the market with something which was in black, paint in red, and just sell it. No, we don't want to do that. We want
Right.
not a refresh. We want something new. We want innovation. We want to make, for example, lighter, faster. We want to go deep, like the Extreme Hunter, 17 feet. We want to come to the market with one detector able to do everything, like the Deus 2, that you can dive 20 meters deep. You can control the Extreme Hunter with it. You can go to the beach, you will have the best detector. You can go to the field, you will have also the best detector, and you have the lightest detector in the world. So that's something new. That's a new product. When we will come to the market with a new detector, it will be something in this way. Okay, it's not something like a new version. Or no, not only a new
Right.
version. The new firmware version are for free in XP. So the free update, yes, we will have. For example, for the HF call, to control the HF call, you need a new update. So you will have something like version. I don't know. I don't even know the version. Maybe it will be 2 point something. Maybe it will be 3 point something. Doesn't matter. It's just a number. But you will have a new firmware for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, that's what everybody expects from Deus is innovation. And nothing
You
just
will have.
middle of the road, another Me Too. Nobody wants that. What they expect from Deus 2, they've always delivered from
Yep.
XP Deus, is innovation. And that's what they're waiting on.
And you will have durability. That's
Mhm.
something, a concept very important for our boss. We want some product that you
Right.
can rely on. Our product get 5-year warranty. It's a big advantage compared to the other brand. They only have 2 or 3 years, and so that means that during 5 years you are totally under control. Your machine will be repaired in case you have any issue, of course, except breakage. Like if with your car, if you break your car, the brand will not warranty your car. That's the same for the metal detector, but
Right.
except for breakage, we will be there to repair your product during 5 years. And more than that, most of the repair, the end user can make it by himself if he wants, if he's able to. If all our products are easy to open, easy to swap the things, and easy to close. It's not the case with the other brands. A lot of brands you cannot, open the control box. If you open it, you damage it because it's not screw, it's spaced. We are all our product. Phil can open, swap the PCB, and repair it by himself if he wants. He just need to buy the parts and he can make it even after the warranty. And what I wanted to say is that you have 5-year warranty with XP product, and after the 5 years you have at least 5 more years that you are assure that you will find the parts to repair the product, because we have the long time certification, which is a certification, it's a label that assure the end user, the customer, that the brand will keep the parts 5 years after the brand will finish the production line. So when the Deus 2 will be out from the market, we will keep the parts during 5 more years. That means that during at least 10 years, you will be able to repair it, even if you buy the last Deus 2 coming up from the production line. That's just fantastic. There is not a lot of electronic. I'm not talking about only the metal detector, but electronic product that you can be sure that you will be able to repair it for a decent price during 10 years after your purchase.
Awesome. That's
Merrill, we had a question for you.
Okay.
From James Havovic. He wants to know what's the oldest relic you found on the beaches in New York.
On the beaches. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I was about to say I just finally joined the 1600s club. Phillipe just mentioned he got something from 2,000 years ago, but in the United States, 1600s is a really big deal. On the beaches, I recall finding some Civil War stuff, pretty close to me. And it was a boot plate, and it's not nearly as old as that coin, but to my memory, that's the oldest thing I found. So that's like I guess mid to late 1800s. I know
cool.
of people finding pirate coins and such. On the beaches, no such luck. I've been lucky with reals, but actually, I've never found one on the beach that I'm remembering, at least. And I'd remember that. Just to add,
That's something you'd remember. You would remember that.
I would remember, yes, for sure.
Yeah. So we've got to.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, we've got about 2 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
So just to recap for everybody, the HF coil is probably no exact date, but it's coming probably within a month, 2 months at the most. It'll be in Phil's shop. So if you want the HF coil, we're not going to take any money. You can call Phil, 813-237-1939, get on the list, because as Phillipe said, it's going to be, they're coming in bunches. That's what they have to do.
Exactly.
They can't just say, okay, Phil, we're going to give you 200 and we're giving somebody else 5. That just not work that way. So get on the list, and Phil he's very, very good at this.
Yes, I'll call him.
He will notify you, and then you can get your coil.
Absolutely. And it is. That time is already gone, hasn't it? Boy, that hour went quick. I want to say thank you, Phillipe, for being on here, and thank you, Merrill. And thank you to our many members who've tuned in here. And if they have any questions on Deus products, for sure, call me tomorrow and get on the list. And when they come out, we'll have them, and you'll get yours. And thank you, Jeff, and thank you, Jocelyn, for coming on here. And it looks
indeed. Well, I wanted to answer this question from D. O'Brien. Are new detectors going to still have the wire for the underwater detection, or is something going to change with that? I'm hesitant to buy a Deus because of the connection. Well, let me tell you something, D. The Deus 2 is going to be the best underwater detector you can have. You've got the antenna, and you can set it up, and you'll never know it's there. And if you want a reliable detector, the best detector you can have in the water, whether you're wading at the beach or you're diving, then the Deus 2 is the one that you want. You can get a short shaft for it, a dive shaft, and you've got your antenna, and it works flawlessly, I want to tell you. So don't be hesitant to buy because you think that wire is there. That wire is not going to do any harm. You're going to find more stuff with the Deus 2 in the water than you ever had. So buy with confidence. Bill has them in stock.
Yes,
he's got the extra. He's got different lengths of the antennas as well. So,
and if I'm right, all the other brands get also a wire and a bigger one, and always, even on Continental. So it's not a disadvantage from the Deus 2. It's just because the wireless system cannot work underwater. That's just the reason why we need an antenna underwater. But the other brand gets not an antenna, but a big cable. So
yes, indeed,
it's okay.
So we are out of time. Phil has said his thank yous. I'm going to say my thank yous. Phillipe, it's always a very, very good time having you with us. We'll do this again. And Merrill, as always, It's always a great time with you. We want to
Same,
thank
Jeff.
you both for taking your time. And Phillipe, especially, I know it's late over there in France.
It's fine. It's a pleasure.
But,
it's a pleasure to be there discussing with you guys.
And we appreciate it. And I tell you, in my mind, there's nothing better on the market than the Deus 2. That is the quill, the detector of all detectors. So anybody out there, make sure that you get a Deus 2. And remember, if Phil don't have it in stock, you don't need it.
You don't need it, for sure.
That's right, because Phil's got it in stock, and that's the good thing. So we'll see everybody next week. Next week is the Treasure Talk Digging Report, and it's going to be a good one. We've added a new region. So next week we will see you for the Treasure Talk Digging Report. And happy hunting, everybody. Thanks for watching, and dig deeper. And thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.